look at what is out there and what we have to deal with. So first is an email's just come in a couple of minutes ago about management of the Aussie. The trader took this short here underneath that bar there last week, and that was a reasonable trade to look at and take. Obviously the Aussie hasn't really gone anywhere since then. The question was that the stop loss was originally above that high point, the swing high, and after the reversal bar is above that, sitting at 33, which is effectively on the 61.8 resistance line. If anything, you might have your stop just on the other side of that, and since then it's we've just gone nowhere. Really is. If you look at the closing price, it's been between 90 and 93 effectively for 2 months, at least 3 weeks. Question was, should the trader move the stop underneath this bar here, being that it is a test bar? And that is and obviously that would have been taken out by now. It certainly is something you could have looked at. It would have reduced your risk by probably about, just eyeballing that, it looks about half. And that was certainly an option that you could have taken. Obviously now that you haven't, you can't just, or you wouldn't just get out. You're in the trade, you have moved your stop to above the last swing high. Yesterday's engulfing bar doesn't give you much, closed in the middle, doesn't give you much indication as to what's going on. So with the US dollar still quite strong across all the other currency pairs, you'd be inclined to leave your stop there where it is, and if unfortunately the market does come and get you out, then that's the case. But in terms of your immediate questions, should have you moved your stop? There was a reason for you to do so under this test bar, and it's a trader's discretion as to whether or not they do that. Hindsight might show you which is the better option, but it's difficult for you to know. Market conditions are different each time you come to these, so you need to have a set of rules that are strong and that you stick to them, so that over time they will work in your favour. Literally, if you can be 45% higher in terms of the number of winning trades you have, that's good, and then just getting the risk reward in your favour, so that you're keeping your losses small and getting your winners to be more profitable. And paying for the losses. Another question, so that's that one, but thank you for sharing that with us. Another question is just online now, is the Chinese yuan. Dollar yuan. In terms of managing this, you'd at least get your order at break even. Some people went in there, others looking at the 15 being the support resistance. We've got 2 high test bars, now and then a reversal bar. If you're under the high test bar, then you certainly be looking at that, or going underneath that support line, which is 6.15. If you had gone in above this bar, you'd be at break even and keeping your stop there. So that's the good thing to do, because obviously we're expecting this to rally back to the resistance area, which would put resistance around here, and the 50 EMA. But if it doesn't do that and it continues in this trend, you need to be out of it. So break even is the best option at the moment. You've got zero risk on the table, and seeing how things fare, and making sure you've got a target on it, because you're against this magic sentiment. So around there somewhere would be something of the target there. Okay, so then we come to the yen crosses. The Swiss yen is the first one, but the next sort of all the questions today are around the yen crosses, particularly the European markets in yen. So euro yen, pound yen, Swiss yen. The Swiss yen, yes, but risk ratio still okay. Below the moving averages, no resistance. If you're closing underneath that, yeah, borderline, but I'll give it to you. Horizontal resistance. RSI convergence, yes, bearish. There's hidden divergence there. Trend line resistance. Get this trend line, 1 or 2 touches. Yep. Not sure where you got your trend line from. What you've done. It's interesting. If that's what you've done, I don't know about that trend line. I think that's a bit sketchy taking that one there. Unless you've done the bottom one and saying that that's a channel. I think that's what you've done. Okay, I can see that. That's a reasonable argument. It's not something I'd be looking at, but I'll support the argument. A small risk is already short yen, long yen. And if you're shorting this, you're long yen, and I presume you're already, because your email says you're already short yen, so you're actually long yen. But you're already exposed to yen, let's put it that way. And the support line I was wanting to, it was support resistance lines I was wanting to see. I'd be looking at that as a support line there. Somewhere around there. So the resistance, and there's no resistance is a lot higher. Your resistance is there. That's the sort of thing I'd be looking at, and it's in the middle there. So there's a minor one here, but that's not the market's underneath that. Yeah. Unless you look back high there, which I don't think was all that strong. It's pretty weak actually. So and probably maybe even less than that because it's not all that strong. Okay. Next one is pound yen. I'd be interested in your thoughts. Screenshot attached. Haven't placed it, but set up as problem I have with it is it appears to like the 20 EMA, especially on the weekly chart. Alright. Furthermore, on MetaTrader, we only have the one seller bar. The preceding 3 bars have been effectively doji. Okay, pound yen. Yeah, it sort of kind of closed where it was, and then another doji and one seller bar. If you're not convinced, then wait for that next seller bar. That'd be my argument to you, is if you're not convinced of it, wait for the next one. Wait for the confirmation of the next. So because it doesn't, you're quite correct, it doesn't seem to be doji. Yes, it's a higher high and higher low, but there's really only one convincing bar. If you want to be more certain, then wait for the next convincing bar. And the problem is that you might wait for that and get a large bar like this, and then that's when the frustration sets in. You're sitting there patiently, and all of a sudden it does that. It's horizontal resistance. Previous price action below the moving averages, no resistance. So just divergence, resistance, retracement, no level of support. Second after trying to get out of 71. Okay. If your risk reward is there, that's okay. Just horizontally going across here somewhere. It's not precise, but it's thereabouts. There's certainly bigger resistance up here. I'd look at that like that. What's that number? 283. I think there might be a Fibonacci there somewhere. Judging how many times it's sort of turned around on that. Yeah, so my only thing would be, yes, one seller bar is probably not strong enough, so you're looking for another one, and that is yet to materialise just yet. So I like the way you're thinking in that there's no real convincing selling at this point. Okay. Euro yen, these two came in from yesterday. Start with this one. Must have just got triggered in. Stops above there, 138 resistance level. Bearish hidden divergence. It's come back to the 618. Trendline resistance. Same way. What's this? Where that blue line is. Two of those here. Pushing out. Target not set. Yeah, look, I took this trade as well. There is a minor concern, and so I'll therefore watch it, is that this low down here is also this area here. So I'll be, if it gets there, and shies away from it. I'll be looking to get out pretty quick because that seems to be quite a strong support level. Probably move it up a little bit to 36.35 to get that low there. And these lows here. And trend line is the other thing. And if you're drawing those two, you've got two touches reacting to the third. It's not as strong as if it had been to reacting to something a bit longer. Understand? And this is 2 cycles, and that's great. If you're reacting to a larger move sort of thing, which it's not, because it's just accelerated since breaking out of this sort of crappy noise here. Yeah, so however, for some people that would be a valid trend line. And just not sure where you got this one coming from. You said no, but you could say yes. And the support line, so the resistance line in this is I see as quite strong. Across here you've got support, resistance. If we go to the weekly, I don't think it's. Yeah, these highs here, not quite on it, but it's a significant level that I like as the market's rejected that. So part of the reason why I was prepared to take on this horizontal support level, even though the risk reward is not strong, I think it should break that because this one here is stronger than this one. That makes sense. Yeah. So other than that, all the analysis is good and I like that. It's fabulous. And so to the last one. So read his email. It says, enjoying US dollar strength. I think Straugi has made a deal with Yellen that the US dollar goes strong because our economy has some consumer strength and allow my euro to fall so European exporters get a leg up. The conspiracy theorist. Well, that could well be the case. Draghi keeps talking about quantitative easing, and he even mentioned that in the press conference in Jackson Hole where Yellen was as well, so perhaps there is something going on behind closed doors. But as I wrote this morning, he keeps talking about it, but he's not going to have to do anything because they keep selling the shit out of the euro anyway. So, yeah, still long dollar China, still long Mexican peso. How's that going? Look at the peso today. There's a lot going. Floating along. Peso. There's a reading. Okay, what else? New trade, euro yen short, chart attached, happy to be short euro and yen is due a pullback. That trade size is 0.2 pending, which is 36.97. Interesting. It's more than 5 pips because of the round number. Okay, fair call. I want to go under that nice round number of 37. The entry was sort of 37.0203 area. I got 02s, but I noticed a lot of guys in the book got 03s. So, trades are waiting for a pound reversal, big divergence, waiting for confirming buy bar. Yeah, everybody is waiting for that. I was looking all right. We've got a bit of a resistance level here. I thought if it poked through that, then that might be the opportunity. It's just not there yet. The euro is way overdone. Support level there that I identified from these highs here. So it's a bit of a support resistance line. I don't know what that one is. That's the big one. Oh, 130. $1.30, that's what that was. So that's the euro, but it's well under pressure. Draghi has to do nothing. What else have you mentioned? Dollar Sing. Dollar Sing. Buckley's going nowhere. Dollar Rand. Going nowhere. Waiting for sellers. Pound Swiss. Pound Swiss. Waiting for sellers. Sorry. Pound Swiss waiting for sellers. Okay. I thought we were looking at buying euro pound, which is opposite to this. Okay, you've seen a cycle under the EMA. Okay, cool. And Aussie yen, you mentioned that certainly it was, I thought it was this level here was the resistance. And I saw it break through that. Tested it yesterday. If you look at it like that, broke through it and retested it yesterday, going on, but as with all yen crosses, hugely overdone. And you'd expect some sort of turnaround, but obviously not yet. So, sorry, going back to your pound analysis, you've got this trend line which obviously doesn't support the trade, so you haven't got the good horizontal euro yen. Yeah, you've got the same one as I've got. Lower highs and lower lows, yes. Fibonacci from last time we were tagged for 50 years, bearish price action, 1 ring high plus seller bar, yeah. And momentum sort of coming off its peak and heading back down, which is similar to what we saw here. And as in every cycle, yeah. Just be aware of that support line which I identified to see what price does if it gets to that and does a test bar type thing. You don't want to be in the trade because that support line should then probably hold for some time. But all things being equal, that looks pretty good. $1.12, here we come. A trade or a bet for lunch with the gentleman that this would get to 12 before it got to 5. So we're 15 pips away from lunch yesterday. Alright guys. Alright, sorry, some comments. What are your thoughts on the dollar China? I'm seeing a bit of a level at 61.15 and 92 and looking at the two high test bars there. If you want to go into short dollar China, look, it's I think the support line, well, if you open up a signal and have a look, you get more data, but I don't think this particular will show me. Oh yeah, oh well. So I see the at 6.15. Yep. Is level. I don't know about you've got 92. That's the level I see as support resistance, and if I've got enough data, which I don't. Oh yeah, it's showing up. We can see that area here. Yeah. So that's the. And we've come down and bounced off it. So that's the price that I'm looking at, and it's flirting with that now. If you've identified one at 92, 95.92, and you want to get short, then by all means you can be looking at that. You know if that's as much as a level, really. Well, you could say there's a zone in there. It's a 100 pip zone, and the market's reacting to that. And so there's certainly arguments for taking that short. You've got a horizontal support resistance zone that it's reacting to. And that's the strongest thing. The momentum is not too overdone. Retracement, do you have any fib resistance? Not really. But if you don't need fib resistance, it might be interesting though, is to have a look at it and say, let's go from this low point here. Still no fib resistance. And if you look at it taking that level, and that looks a bit better, doesn't it? First close above the 50. Let's see. A bit of a zone. This 50 might not be as maybe not as strong, but you get the 61.8 there. There's sort of arguments to go. Take that, continue down in the trend. US dollar has been very strong recently, and it's probably due a bit of a pullback, which would see this sell off a bit further. I don't have a problem with that argument, even though there's other people looking at taking this long or are long. We're certainly seeing some 3 days of selling, which is something worth looking at. Kiwi yen. Oh, bad data. Kiwi yen. Yeah, look if again there's reasons for be looking at this. Certainly a strong horizontal there. There is, like the euro yen, there would be an argument about the support line down here somewhere. But yeah, if you're in that, there's unlike the euro yen, it didn't get overbought though. It's, don't know how much of a difference that will make, but it's worth noting that. Yeah. Okay. Euro Swiss. Getting down at you're looking at buying this and you didn't get an opportunity. It's certainly getting down, we've got divergence. And those of you who are aware of central bank intervention would be knowing that this the Swiss central bank steps in at $1.20 down there, 80 pips away from that. There's still no sign of buying yet. So is it better to wait for one more buy bar? Absolutely. You don't have any buying. You've got, there's 2 buy bars here and an inside test bar, but you've been looking to go above this test bar to get long. And then we've got selling, major selling, and selling more, and still selling. So this is just an inside test bar. There's no buy bar whatsoever. I need to see a bit more. Okay. So, how are you all doing? Is that any other questions? No? No other questions? Okay. Just to let you know, next month, I should type that up, but next month is 9 a.m, not 10 a.m. starts for these webinars. So I'll put that in writing for you when I send out the video for today's webinar. Otherwise, and that's as of Monday, but I shall see you Friday. What's a relatively quiet week, month, winter. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.